Let me start first with a Guru Stuti, which is prostrating to my teachers. Before we start, Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadarsham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarehitam Sadgurum Tam Nama. So, friends, namaskar and salam and a salute to all of you. I know that I am sitting before a distinguished group of people who have served the nation and also from the top rung of the best in this country. The very fact that someone should decide in his life that he is going to serve the nation itself is a great inspiration to us, to all of us. My good friend Commodore Ravindranath said certain things about me. He said, Shri M. Actually, there is no need of a Shri to add to it. Let me introduce myself first, and then we will talk about why we are doing this. First, people call me M because I prefer to be called M, because M to me means Manav, Manushya. The first letter is Ma, M. Out of respect, some people say Mr. M, but it sounds quite funny. Mr. M sounds like James Bond's boss. So in India, many people call me Shri M. Out of respect, I don't want anyone to do that. You can call me M. We are good friends. Now there's another reason why M is there, because when I was born, my parents named me Mumtaz Ali Khan. So there is that M also. We cannot deny that, there is that M. And then when my Guru, Maheshwarnath Babaji, initiated me into the Nath Sampradaya, of which he belonged to. Now, Maharashtra is, Nath Sampradaya is very well known. Even the great Gyaneshwar, whose Samadhi, Jeev Samadhi is not very far from Pune, is a Nath. His Guru was Nivarti Nath. His Guru was Gehani Nath. So they belong to the Nath Sampradaya. So, when he initiated me into the teachings of the Nath Sampradaya, he called me Madhukar Nath. It's required to do that. So that is also M. And my Guru, Maheshwar Nathji, is also M. So this is why people call me M. As far as my personal experience is concerned, it is my inner experience, spiritual experience, that in all human beings, man or woman, a spark of the all-pervading Supreme Being resides in the heart. The Shastras call him Antaryami, the one who sits inside the heart. This spark, divine spark, which is in a sense a part of the all-pervading Supreme Being, is in everyone, irrespective of what religion you belong to, what name you have, what ideology you follow. Even if you say, I don't believe in God, in my experience, it is my Anubhava experience, that still, it is that spark which is behind the very essence of our consciousness, without which we would be dead. And since every human being carries divinity, which is a spark of the supreme reality in their hearts, I believe that every human being is a walking, talking temple of God. Well, it's nice to have a special place to worship God. We have temples, mosques, churches. But we should not forget the fact that every human being is a walking, talking, thinking temple of God. Once that concept comes into our minds, everybody is the same for us. We cannot distinguish and say, oh, he belongs to this, he belongs to that. And this is not something new that I'm saying. Like Jesus Christ said, it's old wine in a new bottle. There's nothing very new about it. So bottle may be new, not so new, it's 66 years old, not so new. I personally believe that it is the heart that decides the age and not the body. I'm sure many of you will agree with this. So, it is this which has got us to start the walk, because I know that this ancient truth, which 3,000 years ago the Vedas declared, Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vedanti, there is only one truth, but the wise may call it by different names. I know that most people know this in a way, because we all know that we are human beings. When somebody is in trouble, usually we do not go and ask him, hey, what's your name? We try to help him out or her out. Especially in the armed forces, I'm sure nobody thinks of these matters. I've gone to some of the stations and I've seen that you have what is called Sarva Dharma Samabhavana. Temple is dedicated to all religions. It's there. Of course, when the nation is in danger, when the enemy strikes the nation, you fight to protect the nation. That's a different matter. That is a completely different thing. But still you know that every human being is a human being. So, unfortunately, sometimes, due to various reasons, political, vested interests, anger, we forget this fact. And then we are killing each other. If you kill each other in one nation, how is it that we are going to protect this nation against another? We have to stick together. And this is an ancient land where the concepts of peace and goodwill and harmony have been stressed upon and which pervade the entire philosophy of humanity here. Now, to keep this nation integrated, we should not forget this fact that we are all human beings and therefore the same. Our walk is only to remind people not to forget. We know that many people, everybody knows this, mostly people know this, but they forget. While we walk, we tell people, listen friends, don't forget this fact. Whatever be the temptation, whatever be the excuse given to you, say that if we have differences, we can sit across the table and sort it out. We certainly will not resort to violence among ourselves. It is to remind people of this that we have started this walk. You might already know that we have done around 2,700 or so kilometers already walking. This is not a Rath Yatra, we are walking. And it has no political overtones. Yeah, it has one essence, is that we all want to say that we are citizens of this country. Yes. If you think that's an overtone or an undercurrent, it's there. I don't think that's the best thing to think. And therefore, to keep this nation together, well, on one side, you are the people who are the guardians of this country. We should work internally and make our hearts like perfect fortresses that prevents us from creating differences with each other. This is our aim. There is no other aim. Neither am I going to stand for an election or do anything of that kind. If I wanted to do that, it would have been possible for me from college. I have steered clear of it. Other people are there to perform those functions. So therefore, we are doing this walk, the Padayatra, 2,700 kilometers up to Maharashtra. Beyond, we have about 5,000 and odd kilometers to go, and we hope that we will reach Srinagar by April 2016. This is हमारा उद्देश्य है. क्या होगा नहीं मालूम. This is what we want to do. And as I said, this is my experience, it's my creed, it's my belief, it's my faith that this nation, as it was once upon a time the spiritual teacher of the whole world, it will once again come there. I personally believe this. Things are moving perhaps in the right direction, that soon we will have a well-knit nation ready to become the teacher of the world. It may take several years, but I think this is possible. And for that, we, every citizen of this country, should stay united and live with each other, no matter what our religion is, what our caste is, what our community is. If this happens, then we would also be in our own humble way contributors to bring about this unity and bring back the glory of this nation. This is the reason why we are walking. Thanks to our friend Commodore Ravi, we have also had meetings with General Zaki, a much decorated man in the Indian Army. And because we have to go from Jammu to Srinagar, and we really were lost. We didn't know what to do about this, how to go about this. He came forward and said, we'll work on that. So now we have a rough idea what to do, what the dangers could be, and how to proceed. Believe me, sir, whatever danger comes in the way, we will not stop till we reach Srinagar and plant the Indian flag. This is our intention, and I request all of you, I pray to you, that even if you can't walk with us physically, be with us with your minds. Even if you walk an hour or 1 hour or 2 hours or even 5 minutes with us, we would consider it a wonderful thing. But if you can't, I know there are many reasons. People are not always free to walk. At least in your mind, think that you are with us. If you are with us, we will certainly walk forward. I don't want to say anything more right now. This is not a satsang, so we will not go into the spiritual aspects. But please remember that all this action is based upon my inner spiritual understanding. That much I have to say. So thank you very much for allowing us to come here and use this venue to give us the opportunity of sharing our thoughts with you. Thank you very much. Namaskar, Salam, Jai Hind.